Live.
Are we live?
We're live.
We were so busy chatting, we almost forgot that why we're here tonight. Then all of a sudden we thought, oh no, we gotta go live. So yay, we're live. We have our new internet and it's all working, it's all beautiful. Yay! And so welcome to Patchwork Party. It's November and we've got lots and lots of projects for you tonight. So many, like I always say, I just don't even know where to start. But I'm going to kind of start on this end and I'm going to work my way over. I have lots of demos, lots of projects for you to work on. So I hope you're ready for some new ones because I know you've been sewing some more. So I'm going to come around the front a little bit and start up in front, maybe show you a couple of things and then work my way around. So a couple little things that we have that are kind of new. We have these little door hangers. They're very cute. This one says, do not disturb, I'm quilting. Do not disturb, I'm crafting. And do not disturb, I'm creating. So great gifts for your quilting and crafting and buddies and or just to hang on your door so that nobody disturbs you. Because I'm going to give you a lot of projects to do and nobody should be disturbing you for anything. Also that just came back in are the little password organizers. We get these in and they go out super quick. So we have 3 different styles and they are to organize all of your passwords for your computer. So we've got 3 of them. We've got this one, and then this little kind of quilty one. So those are always handy. Make great gifts as well for computer friends and buddies, or just a way to keep your things organized. Then we also, don't forget, we have the little calendars, the little pocket calendars. These are 2-year calendars. I know, we're gonna be busy in 2021 and 2022, hopefully. So, great calendars to just pop in your purse and have with you. I know these go as quick as we get them in as well. So we try to keep them in stock, as well as the little password organizers. So let's look at our first little project tonight is this little door hanger. I'm calling it a door hanger. You could hang it on a little hook someplace. You could hang it on I have it on a little holder. You could hang it on a doorknob. You can hang it just about anywhere. So let me show you how we did this. We have kits. And in your kit, you will get, let me pull all my little pieces over here. In your kit, you're going to get all of your pieces already pre-cut. Yay! So you can just start sewing. You'll get the bells, which are tucked in here. You'll get the bells and the ribbon. So everything except for some scrap batting that you're going to need. How about that? So let's get started with this. This is so fun and simple. This is a great project to do with the granddaughters, people who are, the kids who are just starting to sew, because all you're doing is kind of sewing a straight stitch, and that's a great lesson for them to learn how to turn a corner, that type of thing. So in your kit, you're going to get your little pieces for your little tree pieces. There's an instruction sheet in your kit, and of course I didn't follow the instruction sheet, but you can. So I'm going to tell you what I did that was different than what the instruction sheet tells you to do. You're going to start by cutting a series of squares. You're going to need 2 pieces of fabric for each little tree section, okay? And each one is about an inch bigger than the other one. So you start out small and you just keep getting bigger and bigger as you go along. So you can start out as small as you want and get as big as you want. I need the 7-incher. So what they have you do is cut 2 pieces of fabric, put them right sides together, add your batting, sew around, leave a hole, flip it, turn it, push your points out, sew up around the little hole thing. I do it a lot easier and I think it turns out a lot cuter than all of that turning and flipping and stitching. I took my little zigzag cutter and cut my little squares out with my little zigzag cutter. And we have these little cutters on the website under Patchwork Party. So everything that I'm showing you tonight is on our website under the Patchwork Party shopping area, and they are all 20% off for the rest of the week. So if you don't have one of these little zigzag cutters, you gotta pick it up, because it's just, it'll last you forever because you don't use it a lot. So this says, I think this is my second one, and I've been doing this for like 10 years. So it lasts a really long time. So what I do is I take 2 pieces of fabric and I lay them together, and I lay them wrong sides together. Okay. Now I'm actually up to my 7-inch. I think I started with 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. I'll probably go 7.5, 8.5. But you can do any variation you want. But this is easy because I have all of those square rulers. So I just grab my square ruler, have both of my pieces of fabric laid wrong sides together. I kind of give them a little press so that they kind of stick together. Because you want them to stick together, you don't want them moving around. So a little bit of steam and a little pressing kind of fuses them together while you cut. Alrighty, so I give them a little press. Now I'm going to take my little cutter and cut around my ruler. It's that simple. Ta-da! And it makes that little, kind of like a pinking shears would cut. You could certainly use a pinking shears, but you'd have to draw your line and then take your scissors and cut. This is much faster and much easier. Just cuts just like that. And I think it can come this direction. So I cut through both of them at the same time because I want those two, I want these to match up. Because if I take this now, and you want to make sure that you kind of, when you're working with it, keep them in the same orientation. Because if you flip them, then a lot of times your little zigzags won't match up. Okay? So I'm going to take that, I'm going to set those to a side, and then I'm going to cut a little piece of batting. Now, instead of cutting my batting 7.5, I'm going to cut my batting 7 inches. And that's another reason why I kind of like this method as opposed to sandwiching all of these right sides together, stitching around and turning it, because you end up with kind of a thick seam going around your little squares. And this way you have a nice flat seam and it just folds nicer and lays nicer. So instead of cutting all the way around my 7.5-inch ruler, I kind of line my ruler up with the 7-inch instead. My batting's a little crooked. I think if I go this direction, it's actually cut straighter this way. Well, no, it's not. It's all kitty wampus. So I'm going to cut a 7-inch square. Ooh, I just put a new blade in this right before we started. I was like, ooh, this is nice. My other one had a little nick in it. Don't you hate that? Then you have to get a new blade. Okay, so 7 inches. So that makes this a 1/2 inch smaller. So what I will do, next is take and put a little Bonash on to hold my piece in place. And I usually do this on my ironing board. Now I have to move it, but I can move it. Put a little Bonash on. Kind of, I just eyeball my piece of batting in the center and then put a little bit more Bonash on. Don't need a lot, you just need a little bit to hold it in place while you're working with it. And lay my other piece on top. Just like that. And kind of line up my little zigzags, top and bottom. Take it over to my ironing board and give it a press.
Talk about the iron.
Our little iron.
A couple people asked.
Oh, well, I didn't put it on this time, but we can. This is a cordless iron. See, no cord. Yay. They come in several colors. This is teal. They come in red. They come in charcoal, silver, champagne rose. Yep, so we'll put that on the Patchwork Party section of our website tonight, and for the rest of the week, they'll be 20% off. It's a cordless iron. When you go to fill it, where's my little thing? My little button is right here. This goes over to, better put that up there. This goes over to your water, and you just fill it up right from your tap, pop it back on. That's all there is to it. Oops, now I can get back on. There we go. But it's nice because it's cordless, So sometimes if I'm sewing something, I need to just buzz over, and with my wool mat, I'll have a couple of wool mats set up, and I can just buzz over and do a little pressing. I've had one for about 5 years, and it's still working, which is amazing when you're a quilter, because you go through, we all go through irons a lot, don't we? So fast we go through irons. But these have been very popular. We have them in stock, and they're great little irons. Christmas is coming. You deserve a new iron. I can feel a little wrinkle in this. So I press this, and now my bone ash has connected my pieces to the batting. So now I can stitch them. So I just took and I stitched around the edge, and by making it a little bit smaller and stitching around the edge, you're not going to see your batting coming through. If you made it the same size, you would see your batting on this edge, and you don't need the batting on the edges. So the batting is all inside, and because you made it a 1/2 inch smaller, you'll be able to sew 1/4 inch all the way around. Then I just stitched diagonally through both sides and straight through the middle and made a little cross. And that's how I quilted each and every one. You could do any kind of quilting on these that you want. So then you're going to this is just such a fun project. It's a great way to use scraps. Like I said, we have kits made up. So I started and I kind of flipped my ribbon over. And this ribbon is a little bit smaller than the ribbons that we were using. And I'm not going to use this piece because you can't really see it, because I didn't do any stitching on it. So when I fold my piece, I kind of take and I fold it almost like you're folding a prairie point. You're folding it up diagonally. And I line up this edge with my 1/4 inch seam up here. So you kind of have, so it's not lined up exact on top of itself. It's down a little ways. Okay. And you can start up on top. I started up on top, and I really think it'd be easier to start down at the bottom, but either way it works. You're going to start up on top, and then I just took and kind of decided how far down I'm going to want it to go, and I do have a little star that's going to go on here. And then I just stitched straight up and down here. I don't have a little pointer thing right here. So I just stitched kind of straight up and down, straight through, and then kind of across to hold those two. Then I took and I fold my next piece the same exact way. I fold this matching my little point matches my seam line, and I tuck that underneath and I stitch through that one. Look at how easy this is. Look at how cute this is. This one's coming out cute already. Then I'm going to do the same with this. I will fold, I have to hold this in here, there. If you stitch it, it won't move. So you're going to take, again, fold your point up to the little stitching line, tuck it underneath, and stitch across. I stitch across so that it goes through both pieces of ribbon and holds everything in place. And you won't see your stitching line because it's being covered up by the next layer. And then I just keep going and do the same thing all the way down until I get them all stitched on. It's that easy. Then I added little bells to each little point, and off you go. Isn't that a fun? It's just so cute. What a fun project. And like I said, it's great for the granddaughters and the daughters to help you do, because it's just a very simple project, so they can learn how to cut. They can do a little quilting and make a cute little project.
Irons are out.
Irons are on the Patchwork Party part of the website. So if you're interested in one of those, you can pick those up tonight for 20% off. Do not forget to comment. Don't forget to follow us. Don't forget to, I don't know. Don't forget to do any of that, because when you do, your name will be put in for a $5 gift card to eat. So, hey, and we're giving away, what, 5? We usually give away 5.
Karen, what is the code, the discount code for the percentage off?
Is it PWP 20? I think it is.
Yes. Sounds
PWP
right.
20. All capital letters. Patchwork Party 20. I always forget that. But I think that's pretty big. That's always on there. So in your kit, you'll get your little bells, you'll get your little stars, and off you you go. You'll be ready to go. Cute project. You can do it in no time flat. You can make a whole bunch of these really quick. And so they're really great little gifts. So that's that project. Then we're going to go on to, well, we're gonna switch back and forth from Christmas to fall to Christmas to fall to Christmas to fall. That's just where it's gonna be. So let's look at some of these projects. So I have several. I have a bunch. So we have this great pumpkin. It's so cute. And it's done with by the same company as these little mug rugs. And let me show you a couple other projects that come along from the same company. So this pumpkin was so much fun to do. So we have the pumpkins put together in a kit. Those are my stack over here. So let me show you what other projects they have, because I haven't gotten them all done. All right, so the pumpkin, which I don't have in my stack, well, the pumpkin comes with this little guy is pre-printed. If you've ever done any of these little Good Life ones, you get a little piece of this tan fabric, and your design is pre-printed on the fabric. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to trace. You don't have to copy. You don't have to get out your light board. You don't have to do anything. They all come with the design pre-printed on the fabric. You get a needle and the threads. Okay, so this is for a little mug rug like this, except that mug rug is larger. It's 13 inches. And he looks like, what did I just do with that? He looks like this when you're done. So this one just has this fabric and the pattern. So the pumpkin is an entire kit. So the pumpkin will have the pre-printed fabric. It will have the flannel to do the other parts of the pumpkin. It will also include the leaves and the little wire for the little stem. It does not include a real pumpkin stem, which is what I used. So I just took off a pumpkin stem off of one of our pumpkins at home, bring it in the house, and in like one day it dries, and I just hot glued it on top. If you don't want to do that, there is fabric inside to make a stem. But I think the real stem really adds a little something to it. I like it. So at the end of the season, I take off all my pumpkin stems. I dry them, I put them in a paper bag, and then I just store them with the rest of my fall things until next year when I pull them out and use them for some kind of project like this, because I never know what kind of project I'm going to do. And it's nice to have these real stems. It really adds something to it. So that's the big pumpkin. Then they have little Christmas mug rugs. So in your kit you get 3 of these little printed pieces. I have to find my other little stack right here. So you get 3 printed pieces. So you get a snowman, you get a gingerbread man, and a mitten. I lost my mitten. Mitten, where'd my mitten go? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Okay, lost my mitten. That's gonna make it hard to show you how to do it. But okay, it's gotta be here somewhere. Where'd he go? I had him. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it without the little mitten. All right, so first step, and of course, like as in the autumn pumpkin, you will receive the little pre-printed sections. Yours will have, the Christmas one will have a snowman, the gingerbread man, and the mitten. There's also a little sewing one, which I haven't done yet. So there's a little sewing themed one, and that one comes out to be the same size. When you get the Christmas one, you will get your pieces, pre-printed pieces, your thread to stitch, a needle, and you will also get the fabrics to make 3 of these little mug rugs. Okay, so you get all of that in this one. On your autumn one, you just get the pattern and the fabrics, because I haven't made it yet, so I really want to do that one next. Oh, they're so cute. They're fun to do. They don't take a long time. I think the pumpkin took me 2 or 3 nights to embroider out, and the pumpkin itself didn't take long to put together at all. These were fun to do. These take maybe one night each to embroider out each of these little guys. So what I do is I take my little pieces. You're going to get 5 different 5-inch squares. There's a pattern on the inside and on the instruction sheet, and you'll trace your little pattern and cut these out. Then you'll lay them out the way that you want them. Sew each one together. Then you're going to take, and we're going to say that this was our little piece that we stitched all together. You'll lay it right sides together with your backing, and put your batting on the back of your backing, I should say. Batting on top of the backing, like this. Okie dokie. And you can put a little bone ash on your batting as well to adhere it to the back of your backing. And then you'll simply stitch around this. And I drop my stitch length down to about 1.5. And that just helps me to be able to make those curves a little bit smoother and nicer as I'm stitching around. Then as you go around, you'll notice that there's a little hole in the middle here. And this little hole is where you turn everything right side out. Make sense? It's really fun. Then after that, I took and I just stitched in the ditch here. You could do some other things. You could put little decorative stitches here if you'd like, but I just stitched in the ditch. And then you make your circle. And to make there's my little circle that's going to go in the middle. To make my little circle, you take a piece of cutaway stabilizer. Just a little piece of cutaway stabilizer. I think I have another one sitting here somewhere. Under here. Under here. Here he is. Here we go. So here's your pattern piece. I take my cutaway stabilizer and trace my circle. And you would trace 3 because you're going to do 3 of them. Then I lay that onto the right side of my fabric. And I stitch all the way around the circle. This is how you get a perfect circle every time. I think what they want you to do is take this circle, make it a 1/4 inch bigger, then do a basting stitch all around and do that thing where you pull your basting stitch and it makes it come around into a circle. This makes a much better circle, much faster, much easier. Because how do you add a 1/4 inch to this little circle? No, don't do that. So just stitch all the way around, and then you're going to take and you're going to make a little slit in your, well, first of all, you're going to trim very close to your stitching. And on this one, you want to drop your stitch length down to about an 1.5 inches, I was going to say, to 1.5 as well. Trim really close, and then just trim or just cut through. I can't even get it. I used my other little sister. There we go. Just cut through your stabilizer, and then turn it right side up. You're going to flip it. Okay, and once you do that, you end up with this little guy. So you can see my little slit here. Here's my little slit in my stabilizer. I flipped him right side out, and then I just pressed it. Then I'm just going to lay him down on top of there, and I did a little blanket stitch around to hold that in place in the middle. Isn't that cute? It is so cute. And look, you've got 3 gifts if you want. 3 gifts for people. Done. Done, done, and done. I wish I could find my mitten. I lost my mitten. Huh. It's around here somewhere. Anyways, so 3 little mug rugs in a kit all together. So the mug rugs come with all of the fabric and everything you need to finish it except for the batting. The autumn runner just comes with the instructions and the printed fabric. The pumpkin comes with everything you need to finish the project. The quilting mug rugs just come with the fabric and the thread. Then there is, that's all of those. So very cute, very fun, fast, easy projects to do for the holidays. And it gives you something to do while you're sitting and watch TV at night. That's what I like. So that's our little kits for those. Very fun, very cute. Next, what is next? Some other little stitchery projects. This just came in. So this just came in. It's hot out of the box. I'm going to take it out of here so it's not shiny when I show it to you. They're little mittens. They're mittens and stockings. Itty bitty mittens and stockings. Big enough to put a gift card in. So they're called Christmas Critters. And those come with everything that you need to make the little stockings. So all of the felt pieces and the threads are in this little kit. So they are going to be really fun. So that's just a great way to give a little gift card or tuck some money or candy or whatever, or just little ornaments on your tree, or you can make a little banner with them. So these are really cute. So I haven't had a chance to do anything with these because they just came out of the box. But I put them on Patchwork Party for 20% off tonight. So get them while they're hot because they're really cute. Then the other stitch, I've been busy stitching. So the other stitchery project that we have is this table runner. And this table runner also comes with all of the fabrics that you need, along with all of the little buttons that I added. I added little buttons in as well. So this comes with the front and the back, everything that you need, along with the threads to create this cute little table runner. Isn't that cute with all the little pumpkins? So you can practice different little stitches. Really fun. You can do these on your machine too. You don't have to do these by hand. Because I know there's some girls that are out there like, I don't like to do handwork. But you can do these with your decorative stitches on your sewing machine. So you can do that. Alrighty, as I move it along. How we doing, girls? Any questions? Everybody out there? Hi.
Everybody's out there.
Everybody's out there? Okay, so
Keep those comments coming, ladies.
Hey, girls, yeah, don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share our Patchwork Party live video to all your friends. And let me show you our next project. The project that's on the floor is a tree skirt. And it is a Quilt As You Go tree skirt. These are a lot of fun. This is from the same Quilt As You Go people that we've worked with before. And I'm going to pick it up because I'm going to show you how to do this. It's very fun. It's very simple. And sometimes the instructions on this Quilt As You Go stuff isn't the best. So let me give you some tips and some ideas, and let me clear off my space here. Let me get rid of all of this because we're done with these. I'm going to slide it in the drawer. There we go. Done. Alrighty, so in your Quilt As You Go kit, you will get, ta-da! You will get your Quilt As You Go batting, which is printed with your, move that bone ash out of the way. There we go. Let's slide these out of the way as well. I'm just going to pop them on the floor. We're done. Okay, so this is pretty big. So you're going to start with your pre-printed fabric, or batting.
Karen?
Okay, yes.
Is the table runner felt or flannel?
It's felt. It's a wool felt.
Wool felt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, felted wool. It's probably, it's not 100% wool. It's probably wool and whatever. It's not 100% wool felt, but yeah. It's cute. So on your tree skirt, pre-printed tree skirt, you're going to start by just kind of cutting off your excess batting that you don't need. About 1 inch around the bottom of this, and it comes all the way around. Then you'll go over to your ironing board and get your backing. And you're going to attach your backing to the back side, the non-printed side of your tree skirt. Okay, I would use a little bone ash on here on your big ironing board. Iron it all on. Once you do that, then you will come along and you will stitch on the dotted lines on this. There's a dotted line that goes all the way around. So essentially you're kind of just attaching your backing to the back of the batting. So all the way around, and then you'll stitch up here. This is where your slit will be later on, and then around the top here. So you're going to stitch all in those areas, and that kind of holds everything together as you begin to do your quilt as you go. Okay, makes sense so far? I knew it would. This was a really fun project. Then you can do this two different ways. You can, if you look at the front of their package, they use just one big piece of fabric for each of their pie slices, for each of their pie pieces. Okay, but I kind of liked the other version that they had where they kind of strip pieced it. It gives it a little bit more of a scrappy look. Has some more fabrics in it. I thought it looked, just thought it was cuter. So to do this is a little bit more work, but not much. But there are some tips and tricks that they don't tell you about in the instructions. They're a little vague. First of all, you're going to need 9 different strips. So this little template comes in your kit, okay? And if you're going to do the strips, you need 9 different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay? So pick out 9 different fabrics. I picked out kind of 3 different colors, 4 different colors. I have a red, I have a white, I kind of have a cream, and then a green, okay? So you want kind of a variety of colors. Then before you sew them together, these are going to be 2.5-inch strips. You're going to kind of line them up and take a look at how you're lining them up. And wonder if I want to cut them first and then tell you. Cut them first or then tell you. Okay, because first of all, if you do the math, you've got 9 strips, and I think we'll cut first, and then we'll kind of go backwards. So I've sewed all my strips together, and we're going to talk about how to lay out your strips in a little while. So you're going to sew all your strips together. You're going to sew 3 strip sets. It doesn't tell you how many strip sets to cut or to sew together, but you need 3. Just saying. Because they just don't tell you that. And it's like, how do they just not tell me that? But they don't. So then I'm going to, after I sew my 2.5-inch strips all together, I'm going to lay my template down on my fabric and line up my little rows. And as I went along, I just double checked and made sure that my 1/4 inch was right and kind of the same as theirs, so that my strips would end up the right size. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm not going to use my template. I am going to use my template to cut with, but I'm not going to just use my template. I'm going to lay my ruler on top of my template, because that just gives you, first of all, more to hold on to. The template, if you cut incorrectly, you can cut right through the template, so you don't want to do that. And my cutting board is actually a little bit short. My cutting board at home is bigger. It's a little bit too short for this project, but we'll make it happen. Okay, I lay my ruler right along the template, and then I cut. And then I'm going to kind of flip it and cut the other side. Okay, you can leave that top and bottom piece on if you want, or you can trim it off even with the bottoms. I don't think it really mattered. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out the other side. Down there, just right. It's a little hard with a too small mat, but we're going to make this happen. There we go. Alrighty, and then I'm just going to pop this here like that. Alright, so this one came off of your strip. There we go. This one came off your strip like this. Now your next strip, you're going to flip your template and go the other direction. So here the big side was down at the bottom and the small side was up on top. Now this big side is on the top and the small side is on the bottom. And now I'm going to come and trim this. And you're going to do this all the way along until you get 16 strips. Okay?
Karen?
Yes, ma'am.
Danette would like to know, what did you use to make that template?
I didn't have to do anything to make the template because the template comes in your kit all made up like that. Ta-da! So you don't have to do anything. It comes in the kit. So the batting The printed batting and the template and instructions are in your kit.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm saying. Okay, so this is where, and I would keep doing this until I had 16 because I need 16 of these pieces to go all the way around. Alrighty? You're with me so far. So this is where you kind of, where I was going to start to talk about laying out your pieces to your strips to sew them together. Okay, you've got 9 strips. When you flip this, when you flip this to sew it together, which is going to go this way, and then this next one's going to come this way, can you see already what's happening? This one right here is all the way around is going to be black. So this color, which is the one, this is the middle one, you're going to have 4, this is number 5, is pick a color that you really like, or pick a print that you really like to go in here. On this one, on mine, I picked the green because I really like the green. Okay, so as I'm laying out my pieces, you need to remember that whatever's on the top and bottom are going to match up. So if I had put 2 black, if I had started with a black piece and ended with a black piece, I'd have a black circle going all the way around the bottom. Okay, or a black circle going all the way around the top. Make sense? So what I did is I laid, because whatever, so when I laid out my pieces, I kind of started and I laid them out. So if I lay a green here and I end with a green up on top, I'm going to have green, I'm going to have a green stripe around the top and a green stripe around the bottom. Make sense? Just like I have a green stripe in the middle. The green stripe in the middle you can't really do anything about unless you mix up your other strips. So then I kept going and laid out all my pieces. So I don't want a green stripe going all the way through, I want it mixed up. So now if I put a white one down here and a green one up on top, I'll have, it'll be green and white. How I have red and white here, mine'll be green and white. Make sense? How that's working? Because whatever, I'm going to kind of lay this out this way.
Are there cardinals on there?
On the one I made?
The one, yes.
Yes. Yes. We don't
Yes,
have this.
Catherine Strandell.
Yes, Catherine Strandell. Sorry. That was like 2 years ago. Last year's Holly Taylor fabric.
Yeah, it's last year's.
Yeah, it's last year's. Sorry about that, honey.
The PWP 2020 or the PWP 20 code is not working. So
If you go where it says, if not the customers, but if you guys go where the code is, look for the Patchwork Party code and see what it says. And it should, I might have picked the wrong code. Okay, so when you lay your strips out, whatever is on the top and bottom are going to match up when they flip. Whatever the second one is going to be, will match up. Whatever the third one is, will match up. Whatever the fourth one is. So if I flip these, and I have a white one here and a white one here, the white and white are going to be together up here and down here. Make sense? So you want that, so if you don't want that to happen, you got to mix them up a little bit. Okay, so whatever's going to be here and here, they will be together when they flip. These two will be together when they flip. These two will be together when they flip. These two will be together when they flip. And this one will be the center one that's the stripe that goes all the way around. So if you kind of want it stripey, then make these two the same. And these two the same, and these two the same. Make sense? Because you'll be, yeah, if you don't think about that ahead of time, you'll get upset. Because you'll end up with 2 colors together and you might not like that. Yes.
try PP20.
How about PP20?
Let us know if that works.
Yes, if you tried it and it didn't work, you might have to start your cart over again. I'm not sure, but you might. Give it a try that. Okay, so that makes sense. So you're going to just start, once you're done getting this all cut out and all laid out and all figured out, you will start with number 1, wherever number 1 is. Where's my number 1? So this is where the fun begins, because you just start sewing it, and as you're sewing it, you're putting it together right here. here's my number 1, and here's my strip. So your first strip, I'm just going to kind of lay this out. You will lay right down on your fabric, right side up, matching. So you can see this is your line here is not your stitching line, it's your matching up line, lining up line, whatever you want to say. Okay, so the first one goes right side up, the next one goes right side down, and when you press your seams, you're going to press them all in the same direction so that when you flip it, these little seams will nest and you can match up your little seams. You can pin if you'd like to. Pin these together, then you will stitch and you'll flip it over. Give it a little press. I think as I went along, I put a little bit of bone ash in here and then pressed it, because then that held it in place. I didn't have to really worry about pinning, and if all of my seams kind of nested, I didn't even have to worry about pinning. So you can see how cute that is and how they all kind of, I made them all different. So you can see if this was my bottom one, I would have a green line going all the way around the bottom. And if this was my top, I'd have a green line going around the top. So you can see how that works.
The code is PP20.
PP20.
And are you using a half width of fabric?
No, not really. Just for my showing you, no, yes. But when you make it, use the entire width of fabric. You will need 3 strips, 3 entire strips of these to get your 16. Okay, it doesn't tell you that. You kind of have to guess. But you'll need 3 strips. I think I got enough. I think got like 15 or so out of 14 or 15 out of 2, and there just wasn't enough. I needed another strip. So you need 3 of each color strip and 9 strips. Okay, and 3 of each one. Then you'll just go all the way around. Boom, 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 boom. And as you're going around, you're quilting it, and then you'll just when you're done, you will cut on the line that you stitched. Remember this line that you stitched to hold everything together? Now you don't, because you're stitching all of this down, you're not going to know where to trim this all up when you're done. But because you stitched on this dotted line, you will flip it over when you're done and cut on your stitching line, and that will open it all up. And then put your binding on, boom, you're good to go. It was a really fun project. And it goes really quick once you start laying them down and flipping and laying them down and flipping. So I kind of like this. I might have to make another one. Isn't that cute? I like that. The other thing that you might want to keep in mind as you're going along, and I did this on purpose, is directional fabric. So you can see I used this Noel fabric in here. So on one part, it's right side up. On the other, it will be upside down. There's no getting around that. So you might not, if that bothers you, don't use a directional fabric like that. If it doesn't, yep, some people go, eh, you know, and really from far away, nobody's going to be able to tell. But some people will. But we'll drive some people crazy. So that's why I put that on there, so that you realize that one is going to be right side up, the other will be upside down. Any other questions on this? This is a lot of fun. So these are on our website, PP20, not PWP20. PP20, capital letters, on the Patchwork Party portion of our website. Patchwork Party portion of our website. Say that 5 times fast. All right, I'm just going to pop these down here, because we're going to go on to the next project. Let's take a look at these. So let's see, we'll do, okay, let's go this way. We're going to look at these. I know that next to putting on a buttonhole, putting in a zipper is your favorite thing to do when you're sewing and quilting, right? Everybody's crying, I can tell. Crying. Okay, I have, this is going to change your life. I'm going to change your life, and you're just going to love it. These are called Zippity-Doo done zippers. These are like the coolest thing. Just so cool. you do not have to sew this little zipper in anymore. They come with their own little tuck-in thing, casing. They come with their own little casing. So let me show you how this is done. I did this little bag in like an hour the other night. I just made this little bag. So let me kind of show you how I did this. This is the entire size of the zipper. It is 18 inches long. So you can cut this down smaller like I'm doing on this little bag, or you can use it the whole width. You get in this little pack one zipper encasing, and they come in black, tan, gray, navy blue, red, and white. So they come in all those colors. So you can use this big or cut it down and use it small. Let me show you how I did this. This was just really fun. This is kind of a canvasy fabric. This is from the branded line of fabric, and it's a canvas. So this is a really nice little bag. I'm going to use this when we go to. We're going to use this when we go to the market. Will you put it on your back, Joe? Will you use this?
No.
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 I will. I'll carry the eggs. I'll carry the eggs when we go. Silly boy.
So somebody asked how many trees Joe allows in the house. I said as many as Karen can get in there when Joe isn't looking.
Yeah. Yeah. pretty
That
much.
old thing? That's big.
Pretty much. Oh, that old tree? We've had that tree forever. I have probably as many little Christmas trees as I had pumpkins. I have a lot. We have a lot of trees. And I got a couple more. I shouldn't say. Never mind. I might have got a few more for my collection this year. So maybe we should do, don't forget that on November 30th, Monday, November 30th, I hope I'm telling the right date, we are going to do Creating with Karen Homemade Holidays. So it's going to be kind of projects similar to this, but all about Christmas. Little Christmas gifts, big Christmas gifts. Some of it will have to do with sewing, some of it will not. We'll have recipes. I'm going to put a little book together. No, I don't have the book ready yet, because once I get done with Patchwork Party tonight, then I'm going to start working on Homemade Holidays. I have all my projects in my head ready to make and put into a little booklet. So you'll have a little booklet to follow along with. So we'll have recipes, different kinds of projects, things that you can do and things that you can do with the kids. So it'll be a Facebook Live Monday, November 30th at 6 p.m.
And how about on the 23rd?
What's happening on the 23rd?
The sample spree.
We're going to do it. I was thinking it was the 19th. That's why I said what's happening on the 23rd. So good thing you said the 23rd, because I would have said the 19th. So we were in the back room and we found some more treasures. So we thought a lot of people didn't get enough stuff. They were like, oh, we wanted to do more. So we're going to do another sample spree on Monday, the 23rd of November at 6 p.m. again.
Yeah.
So
6
we've
p.m.
got
for all of
all
it.
kinds of stuff. All kinds of really good projects.
How much
Some
are the
sewing.
zippers?
Huh?
How much are the zippers?
The zippers, I think, are $8.99. $8.99, and then you'll get 20% off. PP20 in the Patchwork Party section. So, watch your emails, because we will do another sample spree. One more before the holidays. And then we probably won't do one for a while. But, okay, so back to these really cool zippers. So what I did to make this big bag, where I put my big bag right smack in front of me, and this little bag that I'm making, I took my fabric, and I like to kind of have my seams finished off inside my bag. So I took my fabric and I decided how wide I was going to make my bag. And then I kind of decided how long I was going to make my bag, and I doubled it. So then I took and I put a little piece of batting inside, or on the wrong side of my fabric, and then I'm going to flip my fabrics right sides together. Okie dokie. Then I'm going to sew down this edge and this edge. Flip it right side out, and then I just quilted it. Okay, I just put a little angle quilting. So now my little seams are finished off. If you look inside this bag, my seams are finished off inside. So I did the same thing with this one. On this zipper bag, I put the zipper kind of in the front. So I made it, you know, this big for this one and then a strip on top, and did exactly the same thing, but just a narrower size up on top. The same width, but just a different length, okay? Quilted this up. These I didn't quilt at all. These are just, because they're canvas fabrics, I didn't put anything inside. I could have, but I didn't. All right, so I quilted this one, and then you tuck it into, you're going to take this and you're going to, I have one raw edge left, and I have to get rid of that raw edge. So that is just going to tuck right into your casing, just like this. Tuck it into your casing. You can pin it if you want to, if that makes you feel good. And then you just stitch right along this edge, and you've just put your zipper in. That's all you have to do. And I didn't do anything fancy. I didn't really pin this. I just stitched right along my edge, and look at how good it looks on the inside. It's amazing. And it does it every single time. I mean, here's my inside. Looks really good. Here's my outside. Just tuck it in, stitch it, and it's in. Can you believe it? That's all you have to do. So on this one, I'm going to go and pop this on this side. Then I'm going to flip it over. This is the outside. Here's my zipper here. Open it up just to like halfway. This is the outside. I'm going to flip it right sides together. I'm just going to come down and stitch around this way. Flip it right side out, and I'll have just a little bag. I don't want to pull my zipper part out. And my little bag will be like this. Just a little crossover body bag. Add a little handle, and you're good to go. So fun. Look at how cute this is. You know, I think if you have your granddaughters doing this, they are so inventive. They will grab fabrics, they'll add pockets, they'll do all kinds of funky things, and they will make little bags like this all day long. That'll keep them busy all day long. So Zippity-Doo-Dah zippers. So much fun. Zippity-Doo-Dah. Very fun. Now, if you want to get a little fancier with your Zippity-Doo-Dah zippers, you can make these cosmetic bags. They're calling these cosmetic bags. That's a pretty big cosmetic bag. But you can put a hairdryer in here if you're traveling. So I used, what I used was the Quilt As You Go. It's a Quilt As You Go cosmetic bag. So when you get the Quilt As You Go kit, you'll get the printed fabric, and it's very simple to do. You'll make a front and a back. You start and you put your little squares on. You'll put your center square on, and then you'll put one on and flip, one on and flip, and then put your top and your bottoms on. And then you'll tuck this into your Zippity-Doo-Dah zipper, and off your, I think it took me half hour to make this little bag. So everything is pre-printed, just like the tree skirt was. Pre-printed. It makes 2 bags, the big one and the small one. And in your kit, you'll get the pre-printed batting along with 2 different size zippers. So these come in white. They'll come with a white zipper. This one has a navy blue, a red, and a black. So there's 4 different styles. All the bags all look the same. You just put on your own fabric. You can use scraps, whatever you want. I added a little bit of rickrack on top of my Zippity-Doo-Dah zipper. So once I tucked that in, before I sewed everything together, I added my rickrack. So tuck it in, stitch it, add your rickrack or ribbon, or do a decorative stitch from your sewing machine down the center. You could really be creative. So these are really great. These are a lot of fun to do. Those went together really quick. So that is the Quilt As You Go Zippity-Doo-Dah cosmetic bags. Using the Zippity-Doo. I just like saying Zippity-Doo. What can I say? They were zippity-done. Really cute. Lots of fun to do.
Finish it in an afternoon?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I think it maybe took me an hour for each of these bags. Really, truly. It does not take long. Not at all. Really fun. Then the last Quilt As You Go project that we have, don't forget we have the little dog bones and we have the little dog bone kits. So these are fun to do as well. For your favorite pet for Christmas. Don't forget your favorite pet for Christmas. No, sir. Alrighty, so that's what I have for the Quilt As You Go stuff this month. They just keep coming out with newer and better things every month, and they're really doing a lot of fun things. So, and their projects always turn out perfect. I never have any problems. I never mess anything up when I'm doing their projects. All right, so I'm kind of throwing my stuff out of the way so we can move on to the next thing.
Karen,
Yes,
am I correct that our Quilt As You Go kits sell out really fast?
they do sell out pretty fast. They
So if you want one, you should order it tonight.
Yeah, I would order those as those I can get in pretty quickly. If we call them and then we call them again and say, when are you shipping our stuff? We order it from them and then they don't ship it. They sit on it and I don't know why.
I don't think we have teal irons and we're limited on red irons.
I'm sorry, what?
Teal irons, I don't think
I
have
think
any.
we sold our, do we have, maybe have one more teal? And I think maybe one more red right now. But I can get more. I'm sure I can get more. They were back ordered last time I tried to get them. But I'm sure we will get them, but order it and we will get it in as quickly as we possibly can. There's only one place we can get them from, so.
Just heads up,
It's
we're
just one of
limited
those
on
things.
teal and red.
Yep.
Is the fabric for the cosmetic bag available in the shop?
It is indeed. We were thinking about making kits for those, but we didn't do that. We didn't know if people would rather grab their own fabrics or have kits made. So if you want a kit like that, let us know. We'll make you a kit.
Okay, and what is that fabric line called?
Pretty.
Okay.
I don't remember what fabric line that is called. It's a Moda. It is. Yeah, it's a Moda.
That's okay.
Yeah. I think it is Canning Day. I think that was from Canning Day.
Canning Days, right.
No, that's not Canning Day.
Oh.
No, that one is the new Bonnie and Camille. Oh, so pretty. It's around the corner. It's around the corner.
Go on.
Yep,
It is Canning Day.
And we
Yes.
have all kinds of it.
Well, we have all kinds of it. Yeah, there's teals in there as well. I didn't use any of the teal, but there's some teal fabric as well. Yes. Okay, another fun project is we have a new flannel pillowcase, kind of an up northy winter, not Christmas, but winter theme. So these are always fun. I love a nice flannel pillowcase in the winter. Keeps you nice and warm. So flannel pillowcase kits are still available. Then we have Kathy Strandell, a 60-degree runner with cardinals on.
Oh.
We have two. One has a black plaid back and the other has a red plaid back. And if you look at them, they are just a little bit different. They use the same border stripe, but when you cut a border stripe, you get kind of two variations. So there's a black one and a red one. They look pretty much the same, but you can see that the centers are a little bit different. They're pretty much the same except one has back. So those are those two. Really cute, fun and easy to make. So they come with the front and the back all ready to go. These kits do not come with the patterns because so many of you ladies have these patterns. So if you're buying this for the first time, this is your first 60-degree runner, you'll need to buy a pattern and the kit. Okay? But we've had these patterns, people make these year after year after year, so we don't put the patterns in the kits with that one. As long as I'm standing here, this is my little Red Dragon fabric. Just very cute. This is the panel. So we have a panel in the center and then the border stripe going around. Just really cute. Cute little paisley. Very fun. Then just hot out of the box today, hot, is Tula Pink's new Between the Lines.
Ooh,
I know,
Tula
read
Pink.
Between the Lines fabric. So this is So she's just done mostly black and white and then thrown in some pops of color. So she, you know, she loves to do animals. So we've got zebras. We've got skunks. She's got skunks with little petals with colors in. So fun. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at the skunk. It's really cool. Made out of flowers. Then we have koalas. Or just bears. Yeah, they're koalas. Koalas with the little hearts and the, that is really cool. Then in between these fabrics, you will see some plain fabrics, solid fabrics, and they are yarn dyed fabrics to match her very, very vibrant colors. These are peacocks. Really pretty. And what else have we got here? Then we've got lemurs. Is that what these are? Lemurs. And then some golettes. Excuse me. So this is what she calls mineral. And we have those in those the other bright colors as well. And then she has fairy flicks that go with. So they're very tone on tone. This one you can kind of see the gray. And on this one, this is a tone on tone white. And these little designs are on the tone on tone white. I don't know if you picked that up on the camera or not. Excellent. And then she's got some dots and stripes to go with that are a lot of fun. And then the little hexies. Those hexies have been very popular. We've ordered and reordered those.
Karen?
So, yes. Oh, I forgot the
And
military
while you're
people.
walking over there
While
is
I'm
the
walking
red
over.
wagon quilt under patchwork party.
Oh, I might have forgotten that one.
Are we putting it on?
Sure.
Okay.
There's a kit. There is a kit.
Okay.
So the girls will get that on. Then we sent out an email over last week about our new military fabric. So I hope we haven't forgotten anybody. We have the Marines. We have the more Marines. 2 Marines. And then we have the fire department. I think we have 2 fire departments. We have the Navy. And Air Force. Gotta remember the Air Force. And the Army. Navy. We had 2 Marines and 1 Navy. And rescue and fire.
It's
and,
rescue. Yep.
Yep, rescue. And then we have the police.
Popo.
Popo. And nurses. So
Yay
there were a
for the
couple other ones
nurses.
coming in, but they're back ordered. Someday. Well, when we get, we'll just add to our little stash. Okay, so the Red Wagon is now online, or it was online, but in the Patchwork Party portion of our website.
There's no picture on the quilt kit. But
Uh-oh.
It's
It's that one.
It's there.
When it says My Red Wagon Quilt,
Yeah.
that's the quilt. Okay, I still have a couple more projects. Are we in? One more project, I guess. Okay, we're going to take a picture of these from here. So this is a table topper pattern. The table topper pattern comes with 3 sizes. This is the red and the black and tan is the medium size, and then the green and tan flannel is the large size. So I wanted to show you those 2 sizes. It's kind of cool that it has 3 different sizes. The large size, they suggest cutting it and making it into a tree skirt. I'm not going to do that. I think we're going to put this in, what do you think, in front of the fireplace? Like a little rug. We'll put that in front of the fireplace. Gizmo will love it. So let me give you a couple tips, and let me tell you a little bit on how to make this. So the large size is 40 by 47. The medium size is 30 by 35. And the small size that I'm going to work on now is 20 by 23. All 3 of these are put together and made exactly the same way, except just the width and the length of your strips as you're putting them together will be different sizes. So you're going to start out by sewing together some strips, few strip sets. All right. So to do, like on the projects that are on the floor, the tan and black, and then the tan and cream, this little part right in here, this part, and that part, that's the part we're going to do first. This is so simple and it's so cool. You are just going to love this. And I just have to double check my size so I don't cut it wrong, but I believe it's going to be 6 inches. So on the small size, you're going to sew together, you're going to make one strip set that is 3.5 by 21 inches. So that's what I've got right here. Then I'm going to subcut this into 3 6-inch lengths. So I'm going to do that right away. Make sure I don't take that other. I'm going to cut that nice and straight. So we're going to need 3 of these. Because in the end, we're going to need 6 of those star points. So this is really cool. You don't need a funky ruler. You don't need to make triangles or get a triangle ruler or figure any of that out. But there is a trick to this. Because if you don't do it right, you're not going to be in your happy place. All right. So when you cut this, you're going to want, I've got blue on one side on this one and green on the other. When you cut these, you are going to want to have the same side facing you. So on this one, I'm going to have all of the green sides facing up. The blue sides are facing my board. Then I'm going to take my ruler and I'm just going to lay it diagonally from one corner to the next. And you're going to do this at the exact same angle on all 3 of these. Make sure that the same fabric is facing up. And I'll tell you why in a minute. It will not put you in your happy place if you lay these upside down. Just saying. And if you do it wrong, you don't have enough fabric for what they tell you to make more. So you're stuck. So make sure that the same fabric is facing up and you cut all of your diagonals at the same direction. Then we're going to press these open and it makes that little triangle piece. Isn't that cool? I pressed mine open. So I'm not going to worry too much about pressing this. I'm just going to press it this way for right now. So I'm going to make these, and out of one piece, I've made 2 triangles. I can open it up. Okay, 2 triangles. And you'll notice that the blue goes in the same direction and the green goes in the same direction on both of these triangles. That's what you want. If you flip one upside down, you're going to end up with some going the one direction and some going the other direction.
Whoops.
Oops. I thought I had them all laying the right direction, but I didn't. So that's what happens if you flip one, and you won't be happy. It'll just look different. So they all facing the same direction, cut going the same at the same angle. So you're going to make all of these, press them. Oh, I pressed them open. You can press them to one side, whatever makes you happy. Set those aside. Now I'm going to make the next section of this. So that was really fast, wasn't it? These go together really fast. They're a lot of fun. Now I'm going to make this part. And this part is actually another triangle right here. Okay? This is one triangle. This is another triangle. Okie dokie? So you're putting 2 triangles together there. So to do this, you're going to end up with 2 strips. Alrighty? Because you're actually going to make 12 of these. Yes, 12. Okay? So you're going to cut 6 chunks. You're going to cut 3 out of each one. And I'm just, and I would not normally do this, but just because we're not in a hurry, but just because we're doing this for demonstration purposes, I'm going to cut through both. So this one was 6 inches as well. Yes. Okay, so we're going to cut 6-inch strips off of here. Now this time when I cut, and 6. So I got 2, 4, 6. Okay? I didn't cut that one very straight, but that's okay. All right, now this time when I do this, 3 of them, I'm going to have the white facing me, or your background facing me. And the other one I'm going to flip, and I'm going to have the blue facing me. Okay? You're going to end up cutting them going all the same angle, but you need 3 going with the white facing you, or the background facing you, and 3 with the contrast fabric facing you. Okay, makes sense so far? You'll see this in a minute, because I'm going to take one of these and I'm just going to cut one of these. Alrighty? Because this will create a right and a left side of this. I'm just going to do a quick press, and then we can kind of lay it out and you'll see how it goes. Alrighty? This one I'm kind of pressing towards the dark side. Just move all my little scrappies out of the way. And this one I will press towards the dark side. Now when I made this, I used the new Best Press that we just got. Best Press has come out with a new, I put that needle in there, put that out of the way. Best Press came out with a new Best Press. It is called Best Press 2. Boy, aren't they creative. It is a little bit stiffer than the regular Best Press, and it's perfect for a project like this. So I used the new Best Press on these. Any place where you have a lot of biased seams, you want to use the new Best Press. It worked super well because you don't want those stretching. And the new Best Press is a little bit heavier than regular Best Press, but not as heavy as Material Magic. Okay, so it's kind of in between. So it's the perfect thing. So now, where's that little guy that I pressed open? Did I press one of these guys open? Yep, right here. So now to put this together, I'm going to take, and this guy is going to go, I guess he's going to go this way, and then my contrast goes like this. So I need one that's going to go this way, and one that's going to go towards the bottom this way. If I cut them all the same way, you'd end up with one, you wouldn't have right and a left. You'd end up with, if you cut them all exactly the same way, one would be going this way on one side, and you wouldn't get your contrast going. So now when I sew this together, I am then going to add another big triangle at the end. I'm going to use, where's my white? I'm going to use another piece of white and my 60-degree ruler, which I just used for my 60-degree table runner. I'm going to use that, cut my strips, and I'm going to cut 6 of these. I think it has to come down a little bit. I'm going to cut 6 of these. And then I'll end up making 6 segments that look like this. This is a lot of fun to put together. Comes out perfect. So this is going to come out like this. Okie dokie. So what you're going to do, actually, and I just cut this strip off, but what you're going to actually do when you get done with this, you're going to take your 60-degree ruler and put it on this little triangle. And whatever this measured 5.5. I would actually cut this triangle at 5.5. I didn't do that, I just cut it the width of the fabric, so it's a little too big. But when you cut it the right size, it will just fit right on top of this. And you'll make 6 sections like this. So cute. This is going to be a really cute one. This fabric is the Cozy Christmas fabric from Lori Holt. And next year, I don't think I have the book here, starting in January, we're going to do her Christmas quilt. I don't know if you've seen it. You want to see it? Want to see it? It is, the book is on the shelf. It's like towards the end. It's really cute. So there's tons and tons of projects in there that we can do. We have all of her fabrics. It's so cute. I know a lot of people have been wanting to do, you know, she's the farm girl. We wanted to do a lot of her projects. So we're going to start and we're going to do her Christmas. We're going to do a Christmas project. It will take us all year and you'll have it done for Christmas next year. So we're going to be putting that together really soon. This is the book. Vintage Christmas.
Show it.
No, I don't want to share. It's really cute. Check out these projects. This is the quilt. So the blocks, and you don't have to make all of the blocks in all of the quilt. Here's the bigger picture of the quilt. The blocks are 6 inches or 12 inches. And then you can take some of them and make other projects. You can make table runners. Look at the cute table runners. Look at the cute pillows. So many cute. Look at that. I can't wait to make this one. This one right here. Making that one. Gonna make that one for sure. So there's a lot of projects in here. You don't have to make the whole big quilt. You can make some of the smaller projects as well. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're gonna get together and do that next year. Because we're gonna be able to get together. I'm just saying. We're gonna do it. Oh, I have one more project. I almost forgot. The little cute little snowman pillow. Because I think I got everybody else but him. I just finished him last night. He is so cute. You get the kit. The kit comes with the toweling. This is toweling by the yard. The pattern to draw onto your toweling and embroider. You'll get the little skates. Check out these little skates come in your kit. The little ice skates. Really cute. The buttons and the beads. And the little fabrics for your prairie points come in your kit as well. Really super cute. Now this, where I colored this in, I have to grab them from the front here. I used the Kimberbell watercolor pencils. So these are pencils, and I don't know if I can draw on something. They're watercolor pencils. So what you do is you use the pencils and you color. And I like these a little bit better than crayons or markers because you can go, because once I got this all done and I was going to start coloring it, I thought, God, I hope I don't wreck it. You know, because when you start coloring something could go wrong. But when you use the colored pencils, you can color lightly and then add as you go, add more color into it if you want to. And then this is a little brush. And I don't think it's still wet. It's not still wet. You put water in this part. I have to turn it this way. You put water in the tube. And then this becomes a little watercolor brush. I can put this back on now. All right, gotta go backwards. Okay, so then this becomes a little brush. And as you color, you can then brush with the water and it blends your colors. Because there was not an orange here. So I used the yellow and the red, and I put a little layer of yellow and a little layer of red, and then I used my water brush and just blended them. Put a little more on if I wanted to you know, added a little more yellow or a little more red until I got it the color that I wanted. And I did the same thing with the candy canes. A little bit of the pencil and then added the water on top of it. If you start with the water and you get your fabric wet, and then you use the pencil, you'll get a much darker color. More of the pencil will come off when it's wet. If it's dry, you get a little bit. I would rather do it dry and then add more than get too much when you start. But this was really fun. And these are really great. So we have these as well. I think I put them on the website. I think I did. I meant to. If we didn't, we'll get them on here because these are a lot of fun to work with. A lot of fun. So he is really cute. My little skating pillow is just adorable. Cute, cute, cute little snowman. Okay, did I miss anything? Did you see anything I missed? Anybody have any questions?
The watercolor pencils are on the website.
Ding, 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 ding. I didn't forget them.
And yes, there is a customer who wants to know how many of the mug rug kits are in that package.
The mug rugs?
How many mug rugs are in
You get 3.
Okay.
You'll end up with 3. Whether you're doing the sewing one or the Christmas one, there you'll have 3 of these little designs. I had these 2 and my lost mitten. Poor little kitten, lost her mitten. Okay, any other questions? Well, don't forget to join us on the 23rd for our last sample spree of the year. Ding, 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 ding. So that we have lots of great projects. And don't forget to join us on November 30th at 6 p.m. for Homemade Christmas. They have lots and lots of fun things for that night. If you need anything else, you know where to call us. You can order online and we'll ship it. You can order online and you can pick it up at the store. You could order online and do curbside pickup. You can call us and order and do curbside pickup. You can call us and order and we'll ship it. You can call us and order and you can pick it up at the store. Did I miss any combination? You can call us and order, and if you live on my way home, I'll drop it off. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was fun to see everybody. Bye. Miss you. See